Alright guys, today we're going to learn how to make like a little swimming pool area for us to enjoy in the summer. Anyways, so this is kind of our end result. Our goal is to look something like this, and we're going to show you guys how to do that by opening up a new page and kind of going from there. So how I started doing this, right, you always got to get your camera set where you need to. And so you can do that by holding down that kind of scroll button and using shift, or you can use the hand tool and the rotate, the orbit tool over here. But what I did is I first went up here and I clicked on the freehand tool. And I kind of just drew my overall shape of a swimming pool that I wanted, right? So I'm just kind of sitting there thinking like, oh, it'd be kind of fun to have a swimming pool that looks like that. Maybe it's a little funky, but if you want to redo it, you just, hit delete or control Z and try again. Just control Z, boom. And you can do another one. And just the idea is trying to get a good flow with it. So anyways, so now that I have this kind of outline, this design of a swimming pool, I then use the push-pull tool. And I literally just kind of created my swimming pool, right? So you just kind of go around doing stuff like that. But notice if I just kind of do this, it just kind of pulls it down, right? So what I ended up having to do was I had to use the offset tool. And the offset tool kind of creates this other layer inside, or you can even go outside of it too. So I created this offset tool, and I just thought maybe, this is kind of like where that little edge of the swimming pool is. And then once I used that push-pull tool, I was able to create the look of a swimming pool. And we'll get to the water here in a little bit, but now I have kind of like the little walkway around the swimming pool, kind of its like edge, and then I have the deep swimming pool inside. So then once I had that, now I need to kind of work on the little seating area. And I used the rectangle tool to create that space, and I'll create it over here. And so I made my rectangle, and then I typed down here, over here in the bottom right, I just immediately typed 12 feet, comma, 12 feet. And it makes this like 12 by 12 swimming pool, even though it looks a little funky, but when you zoom in and kind of get your shape and everything like that where you want it, it actually is a square. So I then used the push-pull tool to bring my my seating area up. And once I brought it up 8 feet, and I hit enter, and now I have a basic shape, a basic outline of what I'm wanting to create. So now, the roof. So what I did with the roof here is I then used the drawing tool, and I found the midpoint, and it'll kind of go right straight to the midpoint. I just clicked, and I made it draw, and I wanted to make sure I'm drawing up the blue axis. That's the axis going vertical, and I clicked, and I just made it 4 feet tall. And then from there, I clicked here to there, I clicked here to there, and now I have an outline of my roof. So with the erase tool, I got rid of this line right here, and then I was able to grab the push-pull tool and push my roof back. But notice like I don't know where really to stop. So if you actually get on this side of it, you can pull it and you can put it right here, and it'll say on face, and it matches it. Okay, so there's that. Now, if you can kind of leave it like that. I get why some people would and stuff, but let's say I want to kind of give a little bit more detail. So I'm going to show you how to make some like soffits underneath and whatnot, how to get kind of like a ridge line. So how I did the soffits is I then went underneath. I went kind of underneath it here. It's a little tricky. But once I got underneath, I then used the offset tool again, and I created this little offset. And I want it to be offset by about 4 inches. I clicked enter, and you see this little line right here. And with that push-pull tool, I'm able to grab that small little section that I've made and bring it up. What I'm going to do here is this is going to create my soffit. Whoa, let me kind of zoom out. It gets a little crazy with the cameras. That's kind of the hardest thing about this program in the beginning, is using the camera, right? And so now here I am underneath. I'm going to pull it back up, and I'm going to kind of go basically up to that edge right there. And now I just created, oh, one sec here. Sorry about that. It was my first time making a video for this program, so I got to kind of learn how to use it all and stuff. But now I just created this soffit right here. So now let's go with the door. Let's create a door now here. Of course, we want the door facing the swimming pool here. And the door's not too bad. I just took the rectangle tool and I just put a rectangle on that door where I thought it should be. Pretty simple like that. And then I actually offset that as well, just very, very tiny. Like I think I went like 2 inches is all. And what it does is that kind of creates the frame around the door. And then using that push-pull tool, I then just pulled it out just a little bit so it just has a little depth and it kind of looks like a door. Then down and over here, I clicked on the circle tool. I clicked here. And I made just this really small circle for a doorknob. Use that little push-pull tool, pulled it out, boom. Now I have a doorknob. Very simple to do, not too crazy and stuff. And now let's get some colors in here. Let's get some features in here. Let's start with the swimming pool. Let's get some water in there. And then how I go about doing that water is I clicked on the paint bucket over here, and then if you click the search over there, it gives you all these different things, right? So for example, let's do the roofing. Let's put the roof on it. So I put a roof on top of my shed, and that kind of looks good there. And I put a roof on the other side, right? And then I wanted some siding, okay? So get rid of my roofing, and then I found the siding, which is somewhere over here. Right there it is. With the siding, I just picked the siding I thought looked the best, and I just went kind of with the wood style, just going with that. Maybe I'll try this one. Give it a shot. Kind of ugly. Personally, let's go the white. Okay, so anyway, so I just went around, and I made sure to get all the sides, give it some siding. Oh, we got to do the front door, right? So now, front door. I use my colors. I'm a big fan of red doors, obviously. And then I used some wood to do the frame around the door. Just kind of do that little frame around the door just like this. Clicking on that on all the different sides. And just giving it that look as if it was designed that way. Back to the colors. Maybe I'll go with a black for the doorknob. Perfect. Kind of an ugly, but you know, it works. Now, for the swimming pool, get it over here. For the swimming pool, there's a water. So I went back to that paint bucket. And right down here is the water. And you can use different swimming pool waters. And then I used the tile. There's different tiles, and this kind of looked like a swimming pool tile to me, so I clicked on that to do the side there. And then you can even do asphalt and concrete, kind of for this little walk around edge here. And then with that push-pull tool, you can bring that water back up, and it kind of makes this look as if it's almost completely full. But anyways, that's how we kind of went around creating this swimming pool and stuff like that. Now, always make sure when you're done with a thing that you give it a title and that you save it to your drive, right? You save it to your drive, you give it a title and stuff like that to make sure that you don't lose it. Now, I did have 2 different types of buildings. That one was a challenge building. You're welcome to look at the picture on Schoology, and I want to see if you guys can figure out how to do it. So I showed you how to do the basic building, but let's see if you guys can figure out how to do the tougher challenge. Anyways, thanks guys.